Hello, you are welcome to the channel, and in today's video we want to look at some confusing verb forms and the related JAMB past questions. Most verbs become confusing to candidates in their tense formation. When it comes to tense formation, verbs are categorized into regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs form their past tense and past participle by adding ed to the existing verb. For example, let's look at the verb want, W-A-N-T, want, in the present tense. In the past tense, it becomes wanted. You can see ed is added. In the past participle as well, it is also wanted. So we basically added the letter E and D to show that it is past tense and the past participle. That is regular verbs. They are quite easy to identify and they are not confusing. The second one, which is rather confusing, is the irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are the verbs that form their past tenses and past participles in ways other than adding ed. So in irregular verbs, we do not add ed. What we do are quite different and unpredictable. Irregular verbs do not follow the normal process of adding ed. They are rather unpredictable in the ways their tenses are formed. Let's see this example. Go, G-O. Present tense, go. Past tense, went. Past participle, gone. So in this case, there is no ed. Instead, the past tense of go, G-O, is went, and the past participle is gone. The second example, drive. Present tense, drive. Past tense, drove. Past participle, driven. There are no ed. From what we can see from these two verbs, go and drive, in their past tenses and their past participles, they are totally different. The past tense and the past participles are formed in totally different ways. Sometimes it may include change in vowel letters, change in spelling, and sometimes there might not even be any changes at all. For this reason, we call them irregular verbs. I have once made a video on regular and irregular verbs. I will leave the link to the video in this video's description. You may check the video out for detailed explanation. Okay, here on the next screen, we have the table where we have the forms of verbs. The first part, we have the numbering, then we have the present tense form, or what we call the base form. We have the base form, we have the present participle. That one is just adding ing to the base form. We have the past tense, we have the past participle, and we have a type where we have whether it is a regular verb or an irregular verb. What we have in number one is grind. Present participle is grinding, past tense is ground, past participle is ground. Now it is an irregular verb because there are no ed. Instead, we just change grind to ground. And now in this case, the spelling of the past tense of grind is the same spelling with ground, the earth, the floor, which is a noun. But in this case, this one is a verb. Grind, ground. Number two, cast. Cast does not change in the past tense form and in the past participle form. Cast, casting, cast. Past tense is cast, past participle is cast. Find, when we mean to discover something, when you are looking for something and by the time you see that something, by the time you find it, that particular verb, to find, to discover something. Present participle is ing, finding rather, but the past tense is found, F-O-U-N-D, and the past participle also is found. In number four, we have found as a verb on its own. In this case, it is not the past tense of find. It is an existing verb on its own, found, which means to establish an organization. So founding ing form, then the past tense of that particular verb is founded, and the past participle is also founded. It is a regular verb. It is a regular verb. Found, founded, founded. Number 5, hang. Hang. When it means to put something on the wall, to suspend something like a picture, like a photograph on the wall. Hang. Then the past tense is going to be hung. The past participle is still hung. H-U-N-G. It is an irregular verb. But in number 6, when hang, when it means to kill someone, to execute someone by hanging the person, the past tense is going to be hanged. And the past participle is going to be hanged. Hang as a verb has 2 meanings, and the past tense and the past participle are also different based on the meaning. In number 7, we have cut, C-U-T. The ing form is cutting. Then the past tense is cut and the past participle is cut. There are no differences in the spelling. In number 8, we have bet. Then we have betting in the present participle, the ing form. But in past tense, it is bet. And in past participle, it is also bet. No difference in the change. The same thing happens to split in number 9. The past tense of split is split. The past participle is also split. In number 10, we have sting. Sting. The past tense of sting is stung, and the past participle is stung. So we have sting, stung, stung. Let's move to the next screen where we have number 11. We have ring. W-R-I-N-G, ring. You know, the ing form, which is the present participle, ringing, but the past tense is rung. W-R-U-N-G. And the past participle too is also rung. Ring, rung, rung. In number 12, we have burst. Burst. The past tense of burst is also burst, and the past participle is also burst. There are no changes in the spelling. Number 13, let. Let, in the continuous form or the present participle, we have letting, but the past tense of let and the past participle of let are also let. L-E-T. Cast. The same thing happens to cast. There are no difference in the past tense and the past participle. The same thing in shut. Shut, shut. Hurt. Hurt, hurt. No difference in the past tense and the past participle. Set as well. Set. Past tense set. Past participle set. Cost. Past tense cost. Past participle cost. No difference in the spelling. The same thing happens to put and spread. All of these, there are no differences in their past tense and the past participle. Let's take note. So these are some of the confusing verbs. There are so many other irregular verbs in English language, thousands of them, but these are the ones that are quite confusing and that you may come across in your JAMB examination. So let's see some past questions, some JAMB past questions on these verbs, on some of these verbs. Here we have question 62 UME 1992. The question says, before mechanization, workers dash water out of fabrics with their hands. A, ring. B, rang. C, rang. D, ringed. So in this case, we have this particular word. We have the table here. The present tense is ring. The present participle is ringing. The past tense is wrong, and the past participle is also wrong. Before mechanization, workers dash water. This means it has happened in the past. We are looking for the past tense. That is wrong. Wrong. Which is option B. Option B. The next one is question 66, UME 1994. The keepers themselves are sometimes dashed by bees. The keepers themselves are sometimes dashed by bees. Stinged, stung, stung, sting. In this case, we are looking for the past participle of sting. Because after the verb be, which is are in this case, the keepers are, the verb that is going to follow is going to be in the past participle. So from the table, what is the past participle of sting? It is stung. S-T-U-N-G. That means option C is our correct option. The keepers themselves are sometimes stung by bees. Okay, the next one is question 96, UME 1998. I have already dashed the picture on the sitting room wall. I have already dashed the picture on the sitting room wall. Now, for this case, we have hanged, hunged, hang, hung. Now, what is the past participle of hang? Hang, which means to put something on the wall, to leave something suspended on the wall. This hang does not mean to kill someone by hanging. It simply means to put an object on the wall. So what is the past tense of this? What is the past participle? Because what we need is past participle. I have already dash. After have, the verb that is going to follow is going to be in the past participle. So what is the past participle of hang as it is used in this sentence? It is hung. H-U-N-G. That is option D. I have already hung the picture on the sitting room wall. Let's go to the next question. This is question 72, UTME 1999. My friend's car has dashed to a halt. My friend's car has dashed to a halt. Grounded. That spelling is not right in option D, so that is not going to be a correct option. So let's see a table on this. What is the past participle of grind? Because we have has, the verb that will follow is going to be in the past participle. What is the past participle of grind? That is ground. G-R-O-U-N-D. Option C. My friend's car has ground to her halt. In this case, my friend's car has ground to a halt. It means somehow the car has stopped functioning. It is an idiomatic expression. Let's go to the next screen, to the next question. Question 70, UTME 2008. My mother had dashed the firewood before it began to rain. My mother had dashed the firewood before it began to rain. Split, splitted, splitted, splitting. What is the past participle of split? My mother had. The verb that will follow had is going to be in the past participle. So what is the past participle of split? Let's see the table. The past participle of split is also split. Split is present tense. Split is past tense. Split is past participle. So the correct option is not splitted. It is still split. My mother had split the firewood before it began to rain. Let's move to the next question, which is the last question for this video. This is question 66, UTME 2011. It says, when his car tire dashed on the way, he did not know what to do. When his car tire dashed on the way, he did not know what to do. Here we are looking for the past tense of burst, because whatever happened to the car tire has happened in the past. So we are looking for the past tense of burst. A has burst. B had burst. C bursted. D burst. Let's see the table to check the past tense of burst. Okay? Burst, the past tense of burst is still burst. So the correct option is option D. When his car tire burst on the way, he did not know what to do. Okay, we have come to the end of this video. I believe one or two things has been learned. Do well to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and drop a comment. Thank you. Do have a nice one. Bye-bye.